okay, which I'm sure everybody is aware of. With cloud computing, you can achieve your digital transformation agenda effectively and efficiently. Additionally, I want this class to be as interactive as possible. Like people say, knowledge self-acclamation can be an impediment to learning, meaning that ITK, what I too know, can prevent you from learning. I don't know it all, and I'm sure no single person here knows it all. So what is going to be important, throughout the entirety of this session is the opportunity for us to exchange experiences and also to exchange information. We will learn from this session, and I'm sure that I will also learn from you. However, our interactiveness or interaction is going to be controlled, because I can hear people complaining when I mention as in 3 hours, which means that the 2 hours that we have has to be effectively as managed. So before you can ask questions or give comments, it will have to be on my cue, meaning that you wait for me to request for questions and comments from you before you can respond. We need to be aware that we have 2 hours, but we have about 39 slides as in here. God will help us, but you have to help us to ensure that we finish in time. What I'm going to do, if we finish before the time allotted for this session, we'll use the remaining time to entertain as much questions as possible. Beyond that, because this program that NIDA and the ministry is offering, the public service, is supposed to be continuous. It shouldn't start and end as in here. Meaning that you will have the opportunity to also engage us on the NGEA portal. Lukman, am I right? All right. Lukman, where are you? So you will have that opportunity. Okay, and also, you can call me, please, at any time. That is my email address, and that is my phone number. So please, feel free to call me at any time. Don't worry, I will pick your call. I am not a big man yet. But by the time I'm a big man, my PA may be the one picking your calls. Huh? Nigeria, huh? We like too much bigmanism. It's only in Nigeria you find somebody that has a PA. The PA we have another PA. The second PA we have another PA. Which makes the first PA what? A grand PA. I'm waiting to get to that level. But until I get to that level, please feel free. Call me. In fact, if I miss your call, I will call you back to show you how serious I am with this. So without further ado, why is it jumping? Okay, this is just a brief profile of me. So since I'm not the subject matter, we may not really waste too much time on this. And if you love me so much, once this is passed to you, you can go through it. So, training objectives. Just like I mentioned, the digital economy is what? It's the focus. Like they say, you need to see your destination before you start taking steps. Otherwise, what will happen? You may find yourself either in Sambisa or Kuramo Beach. Either of the two. So the destination is really very important. And the destination here is what? A digital economy. We want a situation where we can organize our processes to align it with our statutory as a mandate, so that we can do what? Effectively achieve our mandate. And in doing that, we'll have been able to what? Implement government policies. Additionally, doing that will ensure that you contribute effectively to the digital economy. Like I mentioned earlier, if we do not achieve this, then we're wasting our time. Then second, understanding of business process management. we're going to talk about this too. Okay, so what this will teach you or point you to is to have the ability, increase your propensity to manage your business processes. Identification of business processes, definition of business as in processes, okay, optimization of business processes, and alignment of business processes to your what? Statutory mandate. I'm using the words statutory mandate because we're all what? Public servants. If my audience were to be a private organization, what I would have used will be goals and objectives, but they all mean the same thing. I'm just trying to use, what is familiar, with what we're familiar with, as a rather. So also understanding of the importance rather of alignment of business processes to organizational statutory mandates. Without proper alignment of your processes, I can bet you will never achieve your mandate as an organization. Your mandates are there, but there are processes required, there are entities required, there are information required. So those information should be organized in such a way that they align. And for information processes that do not align with your statutory mandate, the best bet for you is to either retweak it or what? You discard it. Understanding the requirements of government process management and digitization. So this will just teach you, I'm sure, most of us may be aware of tools that can be used, for digitization of our data and processes. So this will highlight that too. Then appreciation of cloud computing as a useful computing model for government business process, digitization, and automation. That should be the ultimate goal for all of us here. Anything we are doing in terms of digitization, our goal should be to ensure that we consider cloud first. Okay, because I heard Shegun mention the fact that in our policy, I'm sure you're aware that we have a cloud computing policy in India. And part of the crux of that policy is that for every government organization wanting to engage in digital transformation, that organization should consider cloud first, meaning that try as much as possible to move your processes, your digitization intention into the cloud. So, purpose of the training. We all know that we cannot teach this in 2 hours. Am I right or right? So the purpose of this training is to give you a jump start, a pointer to the core requirements of achieving this goal. And I can tell you, for most of the areas that I'm proficient at, it's jump starter trainings like this that have really helped me, as compared or as opposed, to trainings that may require a day, a week, or a month. What is important here is to get relevant information, and on your own, you engage in what? Self-learning, so that you expand on the points or the core points that were provided as in here. So, purpose of the training continued. Before I continue with this, I would like to tell a short story. In those days, in the late 80s, we all know how bank operation as it was then. In fact, before you can go to the bank as in there, you have to what? You have to prepare. Not only prepare, you need to have what? A vision and mission, because you need to visualize how much time you're going to waste there. And you need to realize that you are on a mission to a bank that will take you the whole day. Okay, in those days, late 80s, when you go to the bank, for most of us as in here, because I can see that most of us here should be over 40. If you're under 30, then you may not relate with what I'm trying to say here. In those days, what they will do, you have this card, your savings card. You take the savings card to the bank. Your savings card has what? Your picture, Address, account number, credit and what? Debit. What color is the debit, usually written in? Very, we have old people here. And your credit, usually written in what? Blue color. So once you get to the bank, the first thing you'll meet, someone will come and give you what? Tally number. For the millionaires here, a tally number is what? Is what shows your position on the queue. And if God will punish you, you get there, they give you number 60 out of 70 people. You can be there for the next what? 4 hours. Eventually, when it gets to your turn, and you are called by the cashier, tally number 60. And in response, you'll be like, yes, as if you are begging for your money. As you get there, you present what? Which passport is that? Very good. Passbook. You present it to them. How do they authenticate you? They look at the picture. They can even give you, like a withdrawal slip. Yes, they have withdrawal slips as in there too. So you sign. So their way of authentication is to what? Look at your picture, confirm the account number, and confirm. God bless you, madam. You are very old. Thank you so much. They will confirm that. And in confirmation, what they do, they don't confirm it against any computer record. Very good. God bless you. They will carry it. Okay. It's called ledger. They will carry it. They will send somebody to go and bring it and do what? That confirmation. Sequel to confirmation, they pay you. And how do they update? Either debit or credit. Update what is in that register. And update what? Your passbook. And that becomes your what? Your alert. That is your alert. In those days, you cannot get alert outside the bank. Your alert must be inside that bank. And if God will catch you, you forget to get an alert. The next time you come, you argue your balance. We should realize that those cashiers then, those tellers then, they were very intelligent, because it would take them so much to calculate, to ensure that everything is balanced. Unlike the tellers that we have now that can even multiply 5 times 10. Why? Because the system does everything for them. All what they need to do is to what? Impute either debit or credit, and the computer does the rest. Generate your alert, send you your alert, and all that. So the whole point of my story is that that bank was operating in this side of the continuum. What you have here is the continuum. And when I say continuum, I don't mean it in the sense, that we use it in Nigeria here, meaning continuous. You hear things like government is a continuum. No. Continuum is a range between two extremes, and that's what we're saying right now. On the first extreme, you can see what? Fully analog. And on the other extreme, what can you see here? And in between, what can you see? The range 0, 1, 2. No worry, 1, 2, 3, they are invisible, but they are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to what? To 10. So, in terms of visual representation, what we are trying to do is to get you from this point to this point. Before I continue, who amongst us here are still here? And don't be shy, we'll just tell you what to do. Or we'll send you back to 1980 so that, with a time machine so that you can be relevant. Where's my cameraman? Okay. Well, are you sure that thing is still recording? Yes. Because why I'm taking my time to record is because the facility here only records audio. It doesn't do video. So I usually need this for documentation. Is this still recording? Okay, good. Who is here? I don't even expect. Oh, you are here? I will say we must declare what? A state of emergency on your organization. Sorry? No, your parent is not here now. I'm talking about you. Okay, please, you will need to be moving with this thing, because at a point, I will need to move inside. Please. So I'm very happy because I do not expect, I've not done any research on that, but I don't, without engaging in any empirical research, no ministry should be here at all. Because if you are here, number one, it means that you do not have computers at all in your office. You still send memo with what? Pen and paper. Amongst us here, we still send internal memos using pen and paper. Pen and paper. No, you may have computer. Internal memo with pen and paper, not typed or handwritten. Handwritten, all of you. It's typed. Thank God for the public service. Nobody should be here. At least, I expect the worst public organization in terms of digital transformation should be somewhere here. Okay, so, having teased you a bit, can two people tell me where their organization are on this continent, please? Please volunteer, otherwise I will call you. Sorry? No, your own organization. Where are you? Stand up, please, and introduce yourself. So that even if everybody here knows you, me, I don't know you.
My name is Yaya Akin.
Okay. Okay.
I can say we are number 5.
Wow! We are too much. Can you justify that?
Yes. As of now, if you want to listen to our network, you don't need to go up. Just get your Android phone.
Okay.
Then go play fast game.
Okay.
You can pick on any of our channel.
Okay.
And that is FM in any part of
You are too much. Too much.
Program for you. You don't need to come and know the price.
You are too much. Okay, back to your internal operation. How much of your internal operations, processes, are digital? Because it's possible, all this is you are saying now, maybe you give it to one consultant. Am I right or right? I'm right, yes.
And you can say most, and we can square ourselves 50% as well. Because number one, most of our transactions have to go to this school, which is government.
Okay.
So we cannot on our own open any bank account to receive money.
Okay, but internally, what do you have? What kind of applications do you have?
Most of our own.
Yes.
Depend on government platform. So.
Okay, but you have a local area network in your office.
Yes. So like accounting section, we have people that we are using.
Okay, thank you very much. You're too much. Please sit down. Thank you. Another volunteer, please. Please, like I said right from inception, this is meant to be a highly interactive session. Okay? Because the objective is to learn from each other. One more volunteer, please, before we move on. Otherwise, I will call somebody. Somebody is there already. Okay, please.
My name is Bivan Stephen. I work with the Corporate Affairs Commission.
Okay.
Just like you rightly explained, we were there before, but now we have exceeded at least 7% from this diagram.
7?
Yes. Why am I saying that?
Okay.
Issue of digitalization is paramount.
Okay.
And that's why, as of today, most of our applications are being transmitted online. Even internal operations, we need to talk to one another from another department.
Good.
I don't need to leave my seat before I talk to you. We have what we call intranet, where we can communicate internally, whereby I send a memo in respect of a particular problem, and you respond through internet without using a messenger.
Okay.
Time wasted has been taken away. Applications from customers, we accept them now online.
Very good.
Where we don't need to interact with the customers one-on-one.
Good.
One, it reduces time spent on treating physical customer, and it is faster and convenient. Now, you make your payment online, we see your payment, we verify and respond to your application via the same media. And as I'm telling you today, if you come to commission, unless you have an appointment, maybe with the chief executive, you don't have any reason to come to the commission for whatever reason. We communicate with you.
COVID has enabled that.
Before the COVID. Before the COVID.
Okay,
Before the
thank
COVID.
you. Thank you very much, sir. And that's a nice one. So I fully agree with you because CAC, I know I worked on your electronic document management system, the DocuWare. Are you guys still using it?
Very well.
DocuWare.
Very well.
Because I hear now that it's like the back end, okay, for your registration portal as of right now. Yes, CAC. You know, when it comes to the level of digitalization, I can agree with him that they're between 6 and 7.
No, 9.
No. I will explain to you as later. Yes. 6, 7, they are there. See, before you gravitate towards 8, 9, or 10, it means your processes are what? Fully automated. That is when you can beat your chest and say, yes, I'm at number 10. But if you still have human intervention in your processes, then you cannot attain 10. 10 is perfection. Nothing is perfect. What we do is to what? Gravitate towards perfection. We use perfection as what? Our reference point. 10 means that all your operations, there is no human interaction at all. 100%. End to end. But if your processes involve human interaction, at best, you are 9. Okay? So, our aim for this program, just like I mentioned earlier, what you have been taught since Monday, what you'll be taught as of now, and what you'll be taught later, is to ensure that we'll get you from this level, hopefully by the grace of God, to this level. All right, so training architecture. This is really very, very important. So this is just the puzzle pieced together for this training. So you need to understand this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give us 1 minute. Let's look at this. And when I say 1 minute, my 1 minute is 1 minute. You know, not the one, you know, not the kind of 1 minute silence, you know, that we give to people that are fast. And we end up spending just 15 seconds. So, 1 minute starts from now. Look at it very well. If you don't get this, then there's no point progressing with this training.
We can't see it.
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry.
So 10 seconds more. I mean, additional sensors.
Take off the lights.
No problem. Please, our facilitators, can you help us with the light? This one here, right? Is this one here?
Switch I'm not switch all of them off.
Is it better now? Okay. I will read the big cycle out. Okay, so the first sector, identification of organization statutory mandate. Are we okay with that? The second sector, identification of data, entities, and processing leading to statutory mandate. Are we okay with that? The last one here, capacity development, digitization, and automation of data and processes leading to what? Statutory mandate. Are we okay with that? I believe these ones are legible enough. Okay, my 1 minute is 1 minute. So, can somebody volunteer to share with us his or her understanding of this architecture? The architecture actually reflects, what we've been discussing since. Okay, to save time. Identification of organization statutory mandates for any organization or for any member of any organization. It is highly imperative, especially if you're at a management level, to be familiar with what? Your statutory mandate. The statutory mandate is a mandate government has given to you. We all know that one of the primary responsibilities of government is to what? Is to improve the livelihood and provide security for its citizens. And this is usually done through what? Creation of policies. So as public servants, our responsibility is to ensure that we can implement what? All this as in policies. And implementing the policies means that you must have what? Mandate. Mandate can be there, but if the staff of that organization is not aware regarding that mandate, then achieving that mandate becomes a problem. So that is why this is important. So this is a part of this training. The second sector, identification of data, entities, and processes leading to statutory mandate. Mandates are there. You have people, which are your staff within your organization. You have information. You have this, you have processes within your organization. Can the mandate achieve itself without all these other entities? No or no? So that is why this is very important. You need to identify every data within every department and unit in your organization. You need to identify every relevant entity. When I say entity, I'm referring to staff, units, and departments within that organization. Then you need to identify every process within your organization. Okay? You need to identify them and ensure that all these entities align to your what? Statutory mandate, or helps you achieve your statutory mandate. Otherwise, it may be difficult for you to achieve it. Sector 3, capacity development, digitalization and automation of data and processes leading to statutory mandate. What this means is that by the end of this class, you should be able to formulate strategies to ensure that all these processes, data, and your staff are digitized and automated. And what this will do is to help you improve your processes. In fact, digitization, automation is a concept, a technique to use to improve your processes. So once we can do this, then this will lead to what? This is straightforward. Efficient achievement of organizational statutory what? Mandate. Meaning that you will spend less to achieve what? More. You will spend less in terms of financial resources. You will spend less in terms of time. And once you do that, it will lead to what? Alignment and effective contribution to a digital economy. And at the same time, it will help with what? Effective implementation of government policies. So these are our major goals. We want every public organization to be fully part of the digital economy. That our minister, in the person of Dr. Isa Pantami, has envisaged. We want every ministry to be part of this. Because the digital economy is for the whole country. But we do not want the public sector to draw us as a behind. Already, the private sector, they are very close to the digital economy. Especially, which sector? God bless you. The banking sector. So we do not want to be the entity that will be dragging the whole nation back at achieving this feat here. So understanding of this, okay, will help you understand the rest of this presentation. So everything that has been pieced together here will now be explained in detail as we continue. So at this point, if you have questions, I can take it. 2 questions, please. Thank you. So, the digital economy. Like I mentioned before, it's always important for you to identify your destination before you start taking steps to that. Not only should you identify your destination, you must understand your destination. And that is why we have this here. So what I'm going to do, or what we're going to do, is to analyze different definitions and a precursor definition to the digital economy. First, let's look at what an economy is. According to the Oxford English Dictionary, an economy is a state of a country or region in terms of production and consumption of goods and services and the supply of what? Money. So all this now happens where? In the physical what? Realm. In the physical sphere. Let's take a look at digital economy as defined by the European Commission. Digital economy is an economy that encompasses businesses that sell goods and services via the internet and digital platforms that connect spare capacity and demand. What is the difference between this and this? Anybody? God bless you. The difference here is the platform of operation. One occurs in the physical sense, physical realm. The other one happens where? Happens on a digital platform. Internet is a digital platform. Your local area network is a digital platform. Your applications, servers and the likes, they are digital platforms. The World Economic Forum and a group of 20, G20, define the digital economy as a broad range of economic activities comprising of all jobs in the digital sector, as well as what? Digital occupations in non-digital sector. What does this tell you? It's not only about products and services. It's also about what? Digital skills. And that is why you have taken the time to be here. So digital skills are required what? In a digital economy. And when they refer to non-digital sectors, they are talking about sectors like what? The public sector. It's non-digital.